What's up, guys? It's been a very long time since I made a video, but I've recently acquired this 84 C10 short bed single cab, and I've been really wanting to get back into making YouTube videos. And I don't know if you can see it back. Nope, you literally can't. It's behind the van right there. Let me walk down there and show you it. So this is my 1984 Volkswagen Rabbit. It's a GTI, and she's a little rowdy. Over the last 8 or 9 months or so, me and my brother have built this car. It was a bare shell in his basement for several years. It's the inside. We have a dash out of a Mark II. We have seats out of, I believe these came out of a Sirocco. So the factory, well, not factory to this car, but a factory blue GTI back seat. I also have the matching front seats that I have thought about putting in here, but coming in here, it's obviously dirty, but cooler work shifter, nicest part on the entire car. Wireless Apple CarPlay, door cards, it all pretty well matches. No headliner yet, still have to do that. And you might be thinking, yeah, that's pretty cool and everything, but if you look at this exhaust, it's pretty big. Now, typically this car would have come with a 1.8 liter naturally aspirated CIS engine, which is continuous injection, which was pretty garbage back in the day, back in '84. And under here, we have a VR6. This is a 2.8 liter 6-cylinder. I know most of the people who follow me probably have no idea anything about Volkswagens, but just know this engine probably makes, I don't know, factory it made like 190 back in 98. That's what this engine came out of, a 98 Jetta. 98, it probably made 195 horsepower. I would say it probably makes like 180. But in a car that's this light, you know, it's pretty quick. Now, at the moment, this car is not undrivable, but I have a slight issue where back here, right on the tip of my finger, these are the fuel lines, and they run between the firewall and the steering rack. And right there is where I decided it would be a great idea to put the connection from hardline to softline. And unfortunately, like every other connection that I have, I've had to double clamp it. Now, fuel injection is not something that I'm too familiar with, or how much pressure that these take, but initially it leaked here. I double clamped it, started leaking here, double clamped that, and guess what? The high pressure side down there has now, I guess, built up enough pressure with these being 100% sealed off. That one's now leaking. I've already had an issue where this car left me stranded. One of the O-rings split on the injector that's literally right here, and as you can tell, the intake literally wraps around. This entire part is the intake manifold. It wraps around the fuel rail and all of the injectors and over the valve cover. So upon initially driving this car, the valve cover started leaking, valve cover gasket. So I had to pull the entire intake off to do that. Drove it a pretty good bit, and one of the O-rings split, and it started literally gushing fuel out from the front. You can see you can see where that's clean. It was literally spraying gas out, and it left a huge puddle underneath the car. I'm very, very fortunate that it did not catch on fire. So yeah, after that, intake had to come back off. I replaced all of the O-rings on the injectors, and I even filmed that a little bit. I might overlay that here, that way you can see the O-ring that was messed up. But basically this engine, every seal, every rubber gasket or anything, I've determined probably needs replaced. The entire car we built with all new parts. The engine we took straight out of the Jetta, which was untested, unproven, and stuck it in this car. I don't want to say that we didn't expect these things to happen, but it is a slight inconvenience. Because now I've realized how fun this car is to drive, and it's so unfortunate I get in it and head to work and it starts leaking fuel again. And you know, that's just life. That's just working on old junk. I know a lot of you guys, probably the majority of you guys, follow me for the OBS, and sadly I have to report that I let the OBS go. Did a lot of thinking about it, And for some of you guys that have followed me on Instagram for a while, I had a Mustang, an 07 Mustang that I sold, and I bought this. This is my 2013 GMC. It's on 24x14s, 35s. She's rough. It's got some body damage, dented bumper, hood is not good. The interior driver section is destroyed, but I got this thing for a really good deal, and whenever I got it, I started driving this every single day. The OBS literally just sat. It sat in the same spot for probably a month and a half, and I made the decision that I would rather let someone else enjoy it while I'm driving this instead of letting it just sit and go into disrepair just because I have a sentimental attachment to it. Now that I've gotten rid of it, I haven't really missed it, I'll be honest. I miss having something to post, like content-wise, I guess. This truck doesn't do the best on Instagram. My car doesn't do the best on Instagram. But, you know, we have to move on. I actually know where the truck is now. It's been sold again. The people that I sold it to someone who is actually local to me again. So in the future, there's a high probability that I'll probably run back into it again. But I'm glad that someone else is enjoying it. I see the TikToks being posted of it now, and every time I see it, I just smile because it's literally being the same exact thing that it was for me. You know, it was my truck in high school, and it's what got me into everything, pretty much. That was the first truck that I ever did any modification, any car that I did modification to. And I'm happy with how it came out, and I've just moved on. Now that brings us to this. This is something that I have always wanted. Single cab, short bed, C10, Silverado. Now this is one that is in disrepair. No engine, no transmission, but it has brakes. It was running and driving, not on the road, but I got this from a buddy, and he tells me that they drove it around the yard. At least putted it around the yard. I think the transmission was bad in it. He pulled the engine for his El Camino, so he'll let me scoop this up from him. Now this bedside I have buffed. It did not look anything like this whenever I got it, but I'm extremely excited about this. This two-tone, the red and tan, I've never seen it before. I mean, I've seen it online, but like in person, I've never seen it. And I'm really excited for this. Now, all of this does not scare me. My Volkswagen was more taken apart than this. This has windows, this has door panels. This is way more put together than what my car was when I started on it. The only really downside, there's no back glass, no windshield, but my car had the same thing. Now, I've started recording myself working on this because there's one thing that I really am upset about with my car, and that's that there's like no footage because we spent so much time working on it and just trying to get it done that before I knew it, it was done. And I have very few videos showing the process of taking that car from a bare shell to what it is now. And I really want to record this. If not for other people to view, I just want the memories. I went back the other day and rewatched the videos that I have on this channel, and I was a little upset with myself because I wish that I would have kept going just for me. I like going back and watching that stuff, seeing where I was, what I was doing. It's super interesting to me. So with that being said, when I got this truck, this bedside had some previous work done to it, I suppose. It had primer in spots and it had been sanded. So I've been doing work on this. I didn't record any of this right here. I recorded a time lapse of me DA sanding the fender, the front left fender. I'm not even sure if I'm going to use that now because I've actually gained the courage to pick up the camera and talk to it. My goal is to match this side to the rest. Now, the rest of the truck is not the best. This door has been cleared at some point and the clear's flaking, and you know, it's not it's not going to be perfect. I can go ahead and tell you that. The most damage is on this cab right here. You can't get to it from the backside, so this is something that I probably cannot fix myself, so we're just going to send it. Now, I do want to try and get this bedside straight enough before I attempt to paint match it. That is where you're joining me now. I have sanded on this and found all of the low spots. This is the worst of it. I'm not too sure what happened down here, but we have a huge ding right here. We have a huge ding right here, a huge ding right here, and then a bunch of spots where it's been hit from the backside. I guess this is the part where I should tell everyone that's watching this video, I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to body work. I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to paint work. I've used a buffer a couple times, and I really don't know what I'm doing there, but I made my Rabbit shiny, and I made this bedside shiny. So if all else fails and the paint work is not the best, maybe I can buff it out. But regardless, like I said, this truck, the end goal is not to be perfect right now, and I don't think I ever want to own a vehicle that is perfect because I would be too scared to drive it. So you're just now joining me on trying to figure out how to use filler. I've watched some stuff on YouTube. I'm basically certified now. This is the product that I bought off Amazon. I have no idea if it's good or not. I have some of these things. I have my hardener. I got a Coke Zero. I guess we're just gonna shoot from the hip and see what I can mess up. Now, I'm not too worried about messing up per se, because I mean, it's just filler. I could always sand it back off and try again, I guess. But I mean, when it comes to painting, some of the paint gets pretty expensive, and I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do just yet. If I'm just gonna order some paint matched aerosol cans and just paint this and put some decent clear over it, I think that would suffice with how the rest of the truck looks. But I've always wanted to paint something with a paint gun with actual paint and reducer and all that, so I don't know. I guess we'll find out whenever we get there. But yeah, let me see if I can figure out this filler. Alright, so when I tell you guys that I don't know what I'm doing, I literally have no clue. And if you're someone who does paint and body, I apologize for the sin that I'm about to commit. And if you don't want to watch this, then click off. There's plenty of other stuff to watch. Now, I'm just following the instructions here on the side. Third product, clean entire repair area, initial 80 grit, feather 180 grit, which I've already done. 2% by weight, or 50-1 between this and this stuff. Apply in thin layers, no more than 1/4 inch, 3 to 5 minutes at 72 degrees. Probably about 70 degrees out right now. And then you block it with 80-180, apply 440 Express. I don't know what that is, but I'm assuming it's some sort of glazing putty or something, which I have on the way. I don't have it yet. I don't have a stir stick or anything. I'm very unprepared, so I went and found this, and this is what I'm gonna use. Now, I know from watching a few videos that you don't want to get air in this, but we're just gonna see. Okay, that's very thick. Alright, so this is the consistency we're working with here. This is pretty thick stuff. Now, I've never, like I said, I have zero experience with even any of this stuff, so we're learning together, I guess. I'm just shooting from the hip. Is that too much? I don't know. Is using this plate a bad idea? I don't know. Is using gloves with this stuff a bad idea? I don't know. Alright, so 50-1. That's not a lot. Is that enough? Maybe not. I think this plate may have been a bad idea. Oh, it's probably because I'm using the wrong side of this. Maybe I should have used the smaller thing. Alright, whatever. whatever. It's go or blow time. I think this is mixed enough. The working time on this stuff I know is not a lot, so I'm probably playing with the fire right now. That seemed to do things. It may already be hardening up. It is. Should I not put this on here? Yeah, I should not put that on there. Okay, that stuff hardens up very quick. Alright, so I've learned that I try to do way too much at the start, and that it needs to be more manageable like this. Alright guys, so it's pretty freaking obvious that I have no idea what I'm doing. I mean, the only way that I'm going to learn is to keep doing it. So I'm almost 100% positive that everything I just did is probably going to need sanded off, and then I'm going to have to redo it. But this is what it's looking like right now. Now I know it's supposed to look like this. This is the first little bit that I did, and this is the second bit that I did. I don't know the correct way to mix it in a manner that it will be mixed and not hard already, because I know for sure that was hardened. I mean, that's hard right now, and it's only been like a few minutes since I put it on, but I'm gonna let it sit here for a little bit more, and then I'll probably try to block it out with 80 and see what's left. Alright guys, so it's the next day now. It got a little dark on me last night, so I figured I would just stop recording and pick it up tomorrow, which is now today. And I've also already edited this video, so I know roughly about the time that we're at. So I think I'm just gonna show what this filler looks like. I did block it and sand it. It doesn't look the greatest, but I don't think that it looks the worst. I don't think that all of it's gonna have to come back off. If you come down here, this is what we're working with. Now I know all of these are high spots. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do about that. I may try to dolly and hammer those down, but I did not get enough filler in this hole, so that it is still low right here. But I mean, in all honesty, just from rubbing my hand over it, it does feel significantly smoother than what it did at the start. Now this under here was very, very rough, so I didn't really expect perfection. Obviously, I've never done this before. And you live and you learn, and I'm not shooting for perfection on this truck. I'm just trying to make it a little better. And if you look, I mean, none of this, even though it appears shiny, and when you get back here, I mean, I'll probably touch up that spot, but when you get back here and it's shiny, you know, you start not paying so much attention to, especially down here where it's going to be darker than here. I mean, if I can get it color matched, maybe it will look okay. I don't know. But yeah, guys, this is going to conclude this video. I know I didn't do much. I mainly just wanted this video to be a little update to the channel. because the last video I posted was God knows how long, and I just did the Providence church video, and that really sparked my interest in maybe starting this back up. Like I said, I went back and rewatched my videos, and I wish I would have stuck with it, so here I am. Maybe I'll stick with it this time, maybe not, I don't know. But I appreciate anyone who has made it to this point. If you want to see more of this truck or the GMC or the Rabbit, or I even have a 2002 Golf GTI that needs a transmission that may make an appearance eventually. So yeah, if any of that sounds interesting to you, click the subscribe button. I may post a video next week. I may post a video in 3 years from now. I may never post again. But I do know that I did enjoy making this, and I do want the memories of building this truck, because I feel like this truck is probably gonna stick around for a while, just like the car. And I really wish that I had more footage of me and my brother building it. So appreciate you guys watching. I guess I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.